Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Nomis J in the building, man. It's been a minute, man. Like I said, figuring out a new work schedule, dealing with dealing with the health problems I had to deal with recently. It's kept me from making videos like that. But I'm back now, so let's get this going. Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. I wish we didn't have a lot to talk about, but we do. The Lions defense has just been dreadful. We've been having to deal with a backup quarterback now who actually has been playing well, considering the fact that the offense has been top 5 passing attack, but he's played well. And we haven't really ran the ball that well is what I was trying to say. But yeah, the thing is, defense is so terrible right now. It just doesn't make any sense. We got the fan base calling for Matt Patricia's job and Paul Pasqualoni, and I can't be mad at that because at the same time, this was Jim Caldwell. He was supposed to be an offensive guru kind of guy, and the offense failed under his term, and the defense was average at best. You know what I'm saying? People had an issue with that, despite us being like 11-5, 9-7 twice, and 179 team. People had an issue with his coaching ability, and it was understandable. But at the end of the day, we gave Caldwell no trouble bashing him about his offense when he was here as an offensive guru. We had no trouble, but you're not allowed to say nothing about Matt Patricia and his defense for some reason. You're not allowed to criticize him, but it was easy to criticize Jim Caldwell. However, I will say that it's not me asking and wishing Jim Caldwell was still here. No, but I'm just acknowledging the two factors at that point, man. And at the end of the day, you have to examine the roster on the defensive side of the ball, man. You got Snats, who to me might still be battling through injury and might be a little bit out of sync with the defense due to the fact of the matter he never had a real full training camp with them. And then you got Deshaun Hand, who's basically been missing the whole year. Mike Daniels never really got a chance to play with the team like that, in jail with him. Then you got Trey Flowers, who's a late season type of guy anyway. And he'd go battle through injury every damn year anyway, because he's always been injury prone player. He's a late season guy anyway. So you have a lot of connection that's off with the defensive line. Specifically, you got Romeo Okwara. I haven't heard his name in a while. You only rush 2 or 3 guys at best. You don't rush really that many people, and you dropping everybody back in cover. So it's a lot of reasons inside the defense why we're probably not that good. All of it isn't because of those reasons. There's other reasons behind it too. A lot of it is due to your coaching, your defensive coordinator, their play scheme. I don't have an issue with the defensive scheme personally. I'm more of a 4-3 guy and 4-3 under type of person. I don't have an issue with the defensive scheme. It's more how the scheme is being called and used. I don't like that. It's not man-man coverage. It's not the fact that we're 3-4 or 3-4 hybrid or whatever you want to call us. The issue I have with the scheme is that you don't have enough depth in the talent pool of the D-line as much as we thought, and the guys are battling through health, and then you don't know how to use the guys you have. You're not putting them in the best positions to win is what I'm trying to say on the defensive side of the ball. You're allowing your scheme to get exposed by calling the same play over again. You're not mixing things up. You're not throwing different styles and looks at the offense to get them to throw them off the game. To me, it's too standard. And that's what's making the scheme look bad, because you have to understand, fan base have to understand one thing. You can't go one year saying you like the scheme, and then next year when the scheme is not looking like it's working or the defense is failing, all of a sudden now everybody hates the scheme. It's a reason for everything. It's just kind of hard this year. We consider all the money we spent. You know what I'm saying? Then, we thought we was going to keep everybody together. Then they traded away Diggs, which I thought was crazy. And the real reason why they traded away Diggs, it wasn't about the locker room thing to me. To me, it was about because the fact of the matter, he wants to get the same type of production that Diggs would give you, but he wants it from his safeties. You know what I'm saying? The safeties that they drafted for this defense. And I think that's the real reason why Diggs is gone. For that very reason. I don't think it had nothing to do with locker room, this and that. I think that was actually a cover-up. I mean, every coach wants their guys in there, and they want to weed out all the guys that Caldwell wanted and he goes back to Martin Mayhew. So they want to weed all those guys out, so he put his guys who he knows wants to follow the scheme, and whoever else to build his defense. And I think that's what they're going to do. So I think Slay is going to be on his way out eventually, where the fan base like it or not. It's not about what I want. I just think it's going to happen. This could also interpret that we could be doing somewhat of an overhaul this year. And if the Lions do kind of an overhaul, it's going to be in certain areas. Like you'll see overhaul in the secondary probably, and the defensive line. I think the linebacker core may stay intact to me because it's young still, and they might only add more to it. The Lions have a lot of work to do this offseason, but it's a lot of technical work. They have to get the design, and the coaching has to get better. I'm not, like I said, I don't think they're going to fire Matt Patricia at all, and I don't think they're going to fire Paul Pasqualoni. So I'm not even about to push the turn to fire these guys because it's just a waste of energy. But what they have to do, to me, is get everybody on the same page, and they have to get guys that they know can be available. We had a lot of injuries on D-line. Mike Daniels went out. Can't bring in big name Pro Bowl players just because they name stick only. You have to. I'd rather you get a guy with who get half the production based off because he gets buried on the depth chart. If you can get him for $4 or $5 million, what I'm saying, you never know what he can show and bloister on the defensive line, what he can do. And I'd rather you get that because he'll be productive in there all season versus a guy who you expect to be a big name and play like one because of his reputation, and then he gets hurt for a foot injury. No offense to him, but I'd rather have the healthiest guy than nobody to be available at all. We need guys to grow together. So I think them getting younger in a lot of areas may help, especially if you get the talent perspective, that they need on the depth chart. The offensive line can still use some tweaking. Especially when you consider that Scarborough had actually a nice game for his first NFL regular season game. That's a guy I'm looking to probably keep on this roster if I'm the Lions, low key. Hopefully he doesn't get Tion Green. But yeah, I like a couple things I saw off the offense yesterday. But other than that, like I said, just be competitive as much as you can. I don't care about them trying to win the game no more. At this point, if they gotta go 3-12-1, then they let them go 3-12-1. If they go 6 whatever, then let them go 6 whatever. I really don't care because like I said, for a high or low pick, it's not gonna save them. This team, it's not. It's about how well coached this team and how they develop the guys they have, which is going to turn this team around. Like I said, y'all leave in the comment section, man, about how y'all feel. I already expect to see what y'all gonna be saying down there, but go ahead and leave it anyway. Maybe I'll come back with y'all with another one later on. This is my first video back, so if I'm a little sloppy, I'm sorry, but we'll see, man. Hopefully next year we'll be talking something different regardless of what happens. That's all I can hope for, man. They need to cut some fat for real. That's all I'm leaving, man. It's your boy Nomis J, and I'm out, man. Peace.